Hello. Hello, hello. Hopefully somebody shows up. I want to know why I cannot. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now I see it's an eye thing. How do I move that? I don't think I can. Why is opera? Uh-oh, no, no, no. That's not what I want. Okay, good. No, see, it opened a new stupid window. And that's not what I wanted. Sorry, guys. KFH. Hello. I got my heart chakra tea. Heart chakra tea. How are you? Good timing. Welcome, KFH. How are you? Suzanne Stack. Hello from Alberta. How's it going over there in Alberta? Where are you, KFH? George Pierce. Hello, hello. All right, this is good. So some people are excited. So how is Alberta doing under this new premier? I never know what's happening. I don't know. You're in Ontario, KFH? How are you holding up over there in Ontario? How are you doing? I'm seeing some interesting comments every now and then on social media about apparently a lot of people are leaving Canada, and the people that are leaving Canada seem to be leaving like Ontario. They were living in Ontario, and that they're saying that, like, I guess, the people in Ontario, they've become mentally unstable. I really don't know. I don't leave my apartment. I rarely leave my apartment, so I can't gauge much of what's happening on the outside. Not that I wanna, like, I have a phobia or anything, but I'm trying to, I guess, um, detach from the system, if you may. I've lost all my contacts during the past 2.5 years, and I haven't rebuilt them. I've sort of shifted to mainly online. Your name is Kevin. That's a nice name, Kevin. I like Kevin. That's a good strong name. Good masculine name. Heart chakra tea. Who likes chakras? To balance my heart chakra. Is it green? Is there a little bit green? I don't know. All right, Suzanne, I don't know yet. Smith, after all, she switched sides before. Yeah, Corey Orit. Oh, okay, she's fantastic. Okay. It seems like the people, generally, I find people either hate premiers or they love them. There doesn't seem to be an intermediate anymore. The premier in the province that I live in uh, might as well be. He's supposedly progressive conservative. When I see that word progressive, it automatically means the radical left for me. I really don't care what party you belong to, libertarian, conservative, liberal. The minute I see the word progressive, that's my personal interpretation. The radical left. So the province I live in has a progressive conservative premier, but he did not hesitate with the lockdowns and the segregation and the passports and all of that. Not that I want to rehash all that garbage, but I don't know. I really don't know. And then what was it the other day? I saw the Jason Kenney. I guess he resigned today. Sorry, I'm not really trying to get into politics, but it's just I find all this quite funny. Jason Kenney resigned after I saw an article come out that he's basically trashing the convoy, the Freedom Convoy, and he's saying it was a magnet for all the crazies. And I thought to myself, I thought you couldn't use the word crazy. The last time I used the word crazy in a public space, I really was shamed. Shamed. I was quite shamed. Canadians don't like that word. It seems to me because it's almost insulting of mental illness, and to see a previous premier of the most conservative province in Canada, call the people that probably, voted for, many people that vote, call citizens, and lump them under one word like crazy. I'm like, this is good to see that this is where we've reached. This is where the elite have reached in Canada. But it is what it is. I mean, and today he's like, he resigned and he's thanking this person and he's thanking that person. And I'm like, yeah, you give your thanks to that person and this person. You give your thanks. I just, it's become fascinating to watch these people that are in charge, that people elect and put them in charge. It's become quite fascinating to watch them. I feel like I'm watching some sort of movie. It's like a train wreck that you can't really look away from. And I don't center my life around it. Don't get me wrong. I really don't care anymore. I lived under a dictatorship, and I managed quite well. But it's interesting to see. It's very interesting to see the hive mind in real time, how it works. Part of me wonders if I should go outside and start mingling with people, but I don't see, like, I don't think there will be much difference. Oh my god, Corey Orrit, stop. You're flirting. But yeah, yeah, it's fascinating stuff. Fascinating, fascinating. And I did bring my tarot. I do have my tarot. Somebody on here last time said that they wanted a reading, like a tarot reading. And some of you have subscribed to my Patreon. Brielle has subscribed to my Patreon. Is Brielle here? You deserve a shout out, Brielle, if you're not here. Uh, yeah, she subscribed to my Patreon, and Lance Johnson subscribed to my Patreon. Yeah. So thank you. I That makes my heart happy. That makes my heart happy, and it makes me want to put out more content in my Patreon. And some people have begun contacting me for private readings, tarot readings, and energy readings, which is great because I love doing that. I love engaging with people. I love helping. And that's interesting. That's actually one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. It's the consciousness. It's interesting to see consciousness rise, at least online. Um, that was you, Kevin? Suzanne Stack. What's your okay, let's do, if you're not subscribed to my Patreon, I can do a quick reading here for you, Suzanne. What issue, honey? What issue is it? I'll pull my tarot, and if you want a moonology, let me get my moonology out. Might as well do it, because I want to stay away from the negativity of politics. I don't really want to come on here and start discussing politics, because politics are a shit show. Doesn't matter what part of the world you're in. But I'll get my moonology out, and let's start with the tarot, Suzanne. Whatever question you have, marriage. Okay, marriage. Is there a specific question or just a general question? Try to stay away from yes, no questions, because we live in a free will. This is my green tea, my heart chakra tea. I'm working on my heart. Yeah, so hi, Kogito. So, is there a specific thing? And stay away from yes or no questions, because this is a free will universe, and your guides or the universe won't really give you an answer because it's your free will. The universe can't tell you yes or no. It can suggest things for you, or it can give you some insight. So, what specifically about marriage, Suzanne? I'm just trying to connect with the universe. I'm waiting, Suzanne. Waiting to see what you have to say. Take a couple of take 3 deep breaths in with me, Suzanne, and hold and then release, my dear. And hit the like button so I can feel your energy a little bit. My marriage is a struggle. How will it continue? Can I get some insight for Suzanne Stack with regards to her marriage? We ask all the beings that love us unconditionally. Any advice for Suzanne Stack regarding her marriage? Any advice for Suzanne Stack regarding her marriage? Spirit. Any advice for Suzanne Stack with regards to her marriage? Dear Spirit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nope. A lot of cards came out. Sorry, Suzanne. Just give me a second. Advice for Suzanne with regards to her marriage, Spirit. Advice for Suzanne. Whoa, this really flipped out. What is this? Death and rebirth, Suzanne. I don't know if you can see that, honey. That's a major arcana card. It is number, what is that, 13? Is it 13? What do you feel when you look at this card, Suzanne? So this card has significant depth to it, but it signifies that something is ending. And although something is ending and is dying, it usually means that if you can try to stay focused on the positive and don't resist, lean into whatever is happening, lean into it and let it happen, and stop with the resistance. I don't know why this is coming on strong for you. If you are resisting anything in your marriage, you need to let it go. Don't fight. Don't fight what is happening. Allow it to unfold as it's meant to unfold. I'm not saying lay down and completely give up, but if there's a struggle going on, let it go. We are in a time period where the universe is basically asking us to surrender many of our issues to it. If you believe in the universe, then surrender it to the universe. If you believe in spirit, then surrender it to spirit. If you believe in God or angel, whatever it is you believe in, Suzanne, say out loud, I release the resistance that I'm going through right now in the marriage, and I surrender it to you. And mean it. And every time you feel yourself struggling, that resistance inside of you, take 3 deep breaths and let it go. It will resolve on its own, but it seems to me something is about to die in your life, or with regards to what it is you are asking. And the more you resist it, the more you're going to prolong it. So when you let it go, you allow it to take its course, and then you will be presented with the new, a rebirth. Something amazing will come to you. But that amazing thing can't come to you until whatever needs to die, dies. And that's pretty much the message I have for you, Suzanne. I hope you understand the wisdom behind this message, and not get upset or depressed or sad. The message is to release all resistance right now. And you know the resistance that I'm talking about. You know it. You have to let it go and allow the situation, just have faith. Have faith that the resolution will be in your favor. New skills? No, honey. I woke up during COVID, right? Remember, I spiritually woke up during COVID, and the universe began connecting with me. And this is one of the ways I connect with the universe. So, Suzanne Stack, it is very much what I expected to hear. That's okay, Suzanne. I'm actually going to pull a Moonology card for you right now, if we can get a card for Suzanne to close this reading. Everything happens for a reason. Whoa, it's getting hot in here. Just need to open the door to get some ventilation. Guidance for Suzanne. Yeah. But I'm trying to get a Moonology card for you, Suzanne. Wow. You're not going to believe the card that just came out. Can you see that, Suzanne? Surrender to the divine. That's your card that just came out. Full moon. So that's the advice that Spirit or the universe has for you, Suzanne Stack, my dear. And yes, we do grow. And it's funny, Kevin, at some point, when I used to be a massage therapist, I was talking to somebody during a massage, and I told them that word, that everything happens for a reason. And she reacted quite negatively, and she sort of fired back at me, and she's like, babies don't die for a reason. The children don't get cancer for a reason. And I'm like, yeah, you can look at it that way, but everything truly does happen for a reason. It's just we are very, very ignorant as a species, and we get all defensive, and we get all hostile and angry over these things. But definitely there are no coincidences in this life. Zero coincidences. Zero. If whatever you in your mind you experience and you call a coincidence, I'm telling you right now, it's not. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. So read into it that way. So yeah, that was the little reading. I'm glad I did a reading. That's actually really good, because I wasn't sure that my peeps on here would request me to do anything like that. But I really do enjoy tarot, and I just bought more tarot, more oracle decks, because my Patreon is starting to build, and the more variety that I have, the better it is. So I wish people would message me more and request specific guidance or specific questions. But it takes time, and that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, one door closes, another opens, and it is that way. It's no different than the seasons, right? You pass through all the seasons. No fear of sadness, just hesitant optimism. The way I have, listen, like you guys know, I'm gonna be putting out a video soon on this channel, and that video will be a very interesting update for you guys. But I've been going through a fairly rough time for the past year because of my activism that I got involved in, mainly through this channel. But the way I have come to understand this world that we live in, and if you want to manifest your own desires, really try not to focus on what is going wrong in your life. Regardless how much is going wrong, your entire life could be falling apart. I mean, I haven't left this apartment in 3 years for the most part. And I've lost my business, and I've lost my friends, and I've lost pretty much everything. I've lost the support that I had. But if you continue to focus on the negative, whatever is waiting you, the abundance that is coming towards you is really going to take a long time to arrive. The more you get busy, the more you make yourself happy and excited about different things. So these things are falling apart in your life. Set them aside, don't look at them, truly ignore them. I don't even know what to tell you. Like, do you focus on someone who's annoying you, or someone who's treating you poorly? Do you expend your energy on that, or do you try to find pleasant things that are pleasant and make you happy? It's the same thing. Do you, like with hobbies, do you go and practice a hobby or engage in a sport or an activity that you hate and that makes you miserable? Or do you go and engage in something that makes you happy and excited? And that's the same thing. The less you focus on whatever is going wrong, the more you begin to attract the good that is headed your way. Because we live in a vibrational universe. This world operates through the law of attraction. If you elevate yourself, if you raise your vibration and become happy, I mean, you see people that are literally in prison for life and have found peace. They found peace. They become preachers or spiritual or mentors, and eventually they get let go. Suddenly the prison says, they did so well, we're just going to let them go. And yet they're in a life sentence in jail. It's no different. Your focus is your reality. Your focus is your reality. And I follow a lovely lady who is known as Esther Hicks. Esther Hicks has written a lot of books about this kind of stuff. You do have the power to alter outcomes. You do. You do. We are not what we think we are. We are not what we are told we are, and we are not helpless beings in this world. We are actually quite powerful. But unfortunately, and this is the awakening that's happening right now, is we're stuck in an illusion. uh, we're stuck in a system. Doesn't matter what country you are in, what part of the world you are in, unless you are conscious, chances are you're stuck in a system that manipulates you, that controls you, and that keeps you at a very low vibration. Once you begin to break out of that system, you begin to manifest. There was one day where I was so happy, so happy. I had something planned creativity wise. I have a little side project that I'm involved in. It's like it has to do with photography and whatnot. And I was very sick, and but I was still very excited about this project, and I was so excited that I was like jumping up and down. And the project that I was involved in was missing a stack of books to complete. Like I needed a stack of really sort of old library, these thick books. Didn't have it, didn't know where to get it, but I didn't care. I didn't focus on it, but I knew it was important. Like it was a critical part of this project, this photography project. I got in my car, very excited, and I headed over to the destination where I was going to take these pictures. And I got into the room that I had decided to do the photography in, and I had rented it. And right outside that room, was a library shelf with exactly the type of books that I needed to complete my photography, my project. I manifested it in less than an hour. I manifested those books. And the guidance came, like, like the universe told me, like it communicated with me, And I knew it was because I was in such a high vibrational state that you can manifest anything basically on demand in an instant. Uh, don't uh, don't succumb to don't succumb to the illusion that we live in. Don't limit yourself. You are a creator. You create your own reality. You are 100% capable of doing that. So don't focus on the marriage that is failing. Focus on what will come. Focus on the amazing, amazing things that you deserve, on the amazing things that are awaiting you, on the amazing things that you can manifest and attract. Focus on raising your own vibration. Do things that you love. Engage in projects that make you feel alive. Get off social media. Stop thinking about Trudeau. Stop thinking about politics. None of it matters. None of it affects your life. Ultimately, none of it affects your life. So yeah, that's where are we here? Yeah, I find peace in caring for my grandchildren, nurturing my garden, learning new skills, and getting better in the things I do. Then focus on that. Let that be your reality, Suzanne. Immerse yourself in that. Whatever makes you happy, make it your world. Like, literally, nothing else matters but what makes you happy and your happiness. And anything or anyone that bogs you down or brings you down does not get your attention, does not. Make a promise to yourself. Make that promise to yourself. I deserve to be happy. I deserve this. I deserve happiness. I deserve abundance. Say it to yourself every day until you can convince yourself. Because, like, if you grew up like me, I grew up being told I'm a piece of garbage, filth, that's not worthy of anything. Like, my brother used to stand, like, he would beat me down to the ground and would stand on top of me, and he would call me an animal. That's how I grew up. So don't believe that. These don't believe any of that. No one has power over you. Nobody. You create your own reality, and your co-creator is your higher self or the universe or whatever you want to call it. Guides. What is your reading of yourself for the future? It's funny you ask that because I envision a lot. I engage in a lot of visualizations, and I journal a lot. And I know that I'm going to not be living here much longer. I just don't know when it's going to come. I do find that my vibration dips down. I've been quite sick. I'm actually still sick. And when I do get sick, my vibration tends to dip down. So I need to tackle that, my health. And once I can fix and figure my health out, and I can continue on that positive vibration, I've manifested, like I said, in less than an hour. I know my I know my capacity. I know what I can do. I brought myself here to Canada. There are aspects of my life that I keep private, that I don't share with you. But these aspects, I literally wrote them down when I was 14 years old, and I was able to manifest them. I was able to manifest them within 6 years of arriving to Canada. And these are things that you can't control. People will tell you, well, you can't control that. That must have been just a coincidence. Well, I kind of wrote it down. So we are all manifestors, all of us. And I know that I won't be living in Canada forever. I will not die here. I won't. I'm leaving. Like, I will leave. And I know that eventually I'm going to make a living out of my connection to the universe. It's starting off now through my Patreon, and I hope it continues to grow. Sounds like you need another fresh start. Yeah. Yes, you're right. I have a hard time believing I deserve it. And that's where you begin to do your shadow work. That's a problem with self-worth. Suzanne Stack, my dear. Suzanne, you would benefit from subscribing to my Patreon. I'm not trying to promote, although it does look like I'm promoting, but you would benefit from subscribing to my Patreon. I talk a lot about self-worth. It seems to me like you, whatever has happened to you has caused you to lose faith in yourself and to feel that you are not worthy. And I am here to tell you that you are worthy. You are worthy. And it's not just, talking positivity and talking nice. You are 100% worthy of everything that you want. Not only are you worthy, once you begin to convince yourself and realize that you are worthy, you will deliver everything that you want to yourself. That's how this world works. Nobody's gonna come and give it to you. The other day I was on here and somebody told me that, well, you just came to Canada and your life got better. I was fascinated by that comment, because when you don't live in Saudi Arabia as a woman and you don't know the system of Saudi Arabia, you can easily say, well, you just came to Canada and your life got better. You don't understand that every door was shut in my face, and I was locked literally in my room for 2 years by my own family, unable to exit the front door of my house. Nonetheless, get on a plane and come to a foreign country and live here. Yeah, but that's fine. When you don't know, you don't know. It's okay. We make presumptions. You're welcome, my dear. You're welcome, Suzanne. So yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit positivity with everyone. And what else? Well, it's not happening right yet, just yet. It's not happening just yet. I don't really know a timeline about when I will leave, but I don't watch soccer. Soccer is not my thing. It never was my thing. It never was my thing. Ah. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and tell you to believe in yourself, regardless what hardships you are facing. Don't focus on them. Make a real concentrated effort to not focus on hardships and to engage in things that make your heart happy. Like I said, find a hobby, something, whatever, someone, something that keeps you happy, and engage with that. Move to Alberta. Yeah. I'm looking. I'm looking at my options. We'll see. I've stopped planning completely. I've stopped planning because whenever I plan something, the universe really steps in. And like I told you, I'm in a little bit of a boot camp here with the universe. So yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's it. It's gonna be a little bit of a short live stream, guys. Sorry. I hope I could shed a little positivity on your day or your evening. Thank you for those who are here. Thank you for attending. And I will try to do another live stream Sunday. Try to aim for Sunday. And hopefully we will be in better spirits and I can stay on here a little bit longer. Alright, guys? Sound good? Alright, I love you all. Suzanne, consider joining my Patreon, my dear. Bye. Bye.